6 months later, you come back and visit them and the check's still on the fridge. Like, I think checks expire. I'm not sure, but it says good for 90 days. It'll be fine. Spoonie, you had something happen, El Presidente, in the last 8 days. What was it?
We wrote our first check on the fund.
He seems always not happy about
I'm
that.
super stoked about it. Like, my mom got her check. Like, everybody, they've been checking in with me. My mother-in-law's like, hey, I got my check. I didn't check in with my 2 guys though from West Texas. I got to make sure they got it.
What about you?
I am happy to say that we had a 6-figure distribution for our very first distribution.
6-figure distribution on $4.5 million raised.
2% distribution.
2% distribution. How'd you do that, Spoonie?
Oh, it wasn't just me. It was a team of, it was a cadre of people.
A cadre.
Yeah.
Don't make up words that sound cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna get you a dictionary, my friend. But
Spell cadre.
CADRE.
What? I figured it had way more letters than that.
Yeah, I feel like there's a U in there somewhere.
Yeah. No.
Is that Spanish?
I don't know what it is. It's just
okay. So we ended up with a 6-figure distribution. How did it go? I mean, we held a little back. We could have paid more. But do we want to really tell the real story about how the distribution came to exist? So all right. So tell the properties first. How do we do on properties?
No, I want to know, like, because I don't know where you're going with that. Like, I don't understand the.
Well, we have a software.
Yeah.
Have you ever used the software?
Now I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smitty, we have a software, right?
We do.
Excellent software. Great software.
It is good software.
It's
like, it shows
software.
all the properties. People love it. Like, my mother-in-law's been there. Like, I own all these properties. Like, she's like 70. She's in there just poking around.
Yeah. It's
Loves
great.
it.
Great software.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we know how to use the software?
No.
You're getting better at it.
So it's distribution day and we're trying to get everybody. It's like herding cats because you got some people that want checks. You got some people that want direct deposit.
Some people want money bags.
And the big
Some people want money bags.
And goons like us just want to show up and hit a big red button and be like, ta-da.
Yeah, so
we hit a big red button.
we're in the software and we're going through who do we got to chase to get, we're trying to pay them money. Who do we got to chase down to get more information to be able to pay them money? What does the software tell us we have to do on our end to be able to pay money? So we're in there and we're waiting from approval. So explain the approval.
So they had to like look at all of our IDs, look at all of our LLC docs, and like, I don't know if they ran background checks or what, but they took our bank info and they took our entity information and our organizing docs. Like, they wanted to look at the operating agreement and they just said, okay, you're approved. But
To do direct deposits.
yeah, to pay out, not even to take money, but to pay out. No approval to take the money, but to pay out. You're like, whoa,
Yeah.
gotta make sure.
So we're discussing that in the meeting and we're all looking at the software on our screen. And anyways, I was like, we're just kind of clicking around, looking around like, hey, what's this? It's telling us to do that. Click there, do this. And Braxton's on the mouse. He's clicking. And then I'm like, hey, look, there's a spot where you can put in some money. Put in 100,000. How much is the distribution supposed to be? It's supposed to be 121,000. Great. Put in 100. So we put in 100 and then we hit a button.
And then there's a point where we're not sure if a whole bunch of checks just get sent out or.
Then we're like, oh,
Well, it turns out that's what happened.
Yeah.
But we weren't sure what happened at the point.
we were like, I think we just, it says here that we just sent a bunch of people checks, but some people didn't get checks. And that's because they didn't have their information in to receive a check because they wanted direct deposit. And then, anyways, we're like, okay. And then we're like, did the money leave the account? And so we're watching the account. And then we figured out that it just prints checks based off our account. So as people cash them, the money leaves the account.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, pretty neat, neat little deal that happened there.
Now that we know how to do it, and we're approved now, so next round, people who want direct deposit, they'll get it. If we want a check, we'll get it.
I really hope it's direct deposit because now we gotta, there's some people like, these people, Spoonie, that might never cash that check.
Oh, I do know those people.
They will just, oh, thank God.
I'm taking a cashier's check to somebody on Monday because they've been holding the check for like 6 months to swap out with them.
Really?
Yeah.
They just won't catch it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a weird deal where
It's a savings account in your bank account.
Yeah, it's a savings account. They'll stick them on the fridge. You'll just walk into some people's house. They'll have a check stuck on the fridge for 10 grand. You'll be like, "Is that what is that?" Yeah, you know, go to the bank sometime, and then 6 months later you come back and visit them, and the check's still on the fridge. Like, I think checks expire. I'm not sure, but it says good for 90 days. It'll be fine. All right. You know people like that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you don't know enough. You know people like that? Just old country folk. Just, I don't need it right now. I'll put it in there when I need it. But anyway, so yeah, we sent out our first distribution, and we did well. If you enjoyed this video, please, for the love of God, let us know in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you know every time a new one drops.